Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to this week's real estate update. We're wrapping up May, and in between the soggy weather and economic uncertainty, it hasn't felt like a typical spring market. But despite all that, the numbers may surprise you, at least for two of these three markets anyways. Today, we're taking a closer look at months of inventory across our regions, one of the clearest indicators of market health and indicators about where the market is headed. So let's break it down region by region. Belleville, Quinte West, and Prince Edward County. These figures cover the second half of May for residential properties excluding vacant land. We will kick it off with Belleville. There were 45 sales that happened, 307 active listings. That's 3.4 months of inventory, the low end of a balanced market. Quinte West almost mirroring Belleville, 43 sales, 285 active listings, equating to 3.3 months of inventory. And if you've watched previous updates and stats, we've seen inventory tick up in Quinte West. So the last 2 weeks of May, we've seen some of this supply clear in Quinte West, a good sign for sellers. Prince Edward County, on the other hand, not looking as optimistic for sellers as Belleville and Quinte West. Over the last 2 weeks of May, we saw 17 sales happen in the county, and right now we have 393 active listings. So less sales than the last two markets and way more active listings, which is a perfect storm for higher months of inventory, coming in at 11.6 months, almost a year of inventory in Prince Edward County. So we're seeing supply still build with demand not there in the county. And unless some uptick in activity happens throughout the summer, we're going to see this months of inventory level stay elevated. That's it for this week's real estate update as we head into June and anxiously await Bank of Canada's rate announcement on June 4th. Just to recap, months of inventory is the number of months it would take for the current supply to sell at the current rate of sales. So if there's 10 months of inventory, that means there's 100 properties on the market, and the rate of selling these properties is 10 sales per month. So 10 sales per month for 100 homes, it would take 10 months for all of those 100 homes to sell. So thank you guys for watching. See you next week where we get the big news from Bank of Canada.